I might skip some of the PPC related questions. Yash says, what are the chances that there goes a lawsuit for copyright infringement? A major player in the industry did a copyright infringement claim on my product, and as a fact, I was not infringing. So what do you do when you're wrongfully accused?
Everybody represents wrongfully accused, baby. Everyone's wrongfully accused. So here's the story. The number of lawsuits that are being filed against sellers went up over the last, I'd say, 12 to 18 months. But now, most likely, they're going to diminish tremendously. Why? Okay, well, the vast majority of cases were brought in the federal courthouse in Chicago. It's called the Northern District of Illinois. And the judges in that building would sign like 99.8% of all the temporary restraining orders against Amazon sellers, okay, because they were a rubber stamp. Whatever you put in front of these judges, they would stamp and freeze everybody's accounts. Well, what's going on? I think the judges got a little bit tired of the abuse that was going on. So what the judges are now shifting is to requiring the brands, the copyright owners, to provide links between all the different people that they want to sue. So I think the lawsuits overall, this cottage industry of suing 20, 30, 200, 900 sellers at the same time is going by the wayside. Okay. So I think the number of lawsuits are going to go down. If you do get sued, Yash, if I'm pronouncing your name right, if anyone does get sued, you must respond to that lawsuit. No ifs, ands, or buts. You have to respond, or you will end up with a default against you, and they're usually in the six figures. Okay, the number one thing you need to know is that if you get sued, you have to have a lawyer represent you, or you're just going to get nailed on default, and you're going to owe a ton of money that could be executed against any asset in the United States for 20 years. Okay, but overall, the claims should decrease. They've already started to slow down. But if you're one of the unfortunate few that get sued, and it is still very, very rare, you got to respond to that lawsuit.
Got it. All right. So how do you, once you respond to it and the lawyer responds to it, like kind of like what happens from there? I'm sure is probably what Yash is thinking.
The vast majority resolve within 30 to 60 days. The vast majority, because they would have these huge nets that would freeze all of your assets when only a minute portion had anything to do with, in this question, the alleged copyright infringement. Okay. So what we would do, we wouldn't actually answer the lawsuit because that puts you in a position where you're now stuck in litigation. We would ask the court to dismiss it, to release you from the temporary restraining order, and also immediately contact a lawyer to the other side to work out a resolution right away. Usually within 2 to 3 days of being retained, we are taking immediate steps to get the seller out of the lawsuit as quickly and cheaply as possible, often for no money. Okay. The vast majority of the money that's made on these lawsuits are against the sellers who are located in China who never respond. They end up with the defaults, and the plaintiff's lawyers start grabbing the money in their accounts.